There's really not a lot of opportunity here. I should have cleared the bid ask. Notice a sellers step in there. That can be taken at face value as a move lower. Ooh, I'll watch it because there's nothing else on tape. A buyer shows up. The big Q looks like it's spoofed. See how there are four ticks of just low size? That tells me price is probably going to move up because it's half volume. They're doing it on purpose, I think. And then from the Q perspective, the seller bit at a 70.25, which is what I thought was bearish, is most likely going to get absorbed. So another 10 trades at 70 even, and then we rally off of that up into the low volume node. We're looking for 71.50. That's 37 on the ask. I put in a reversion trade after seeing absorption at 71 and 71.25. Nobody hit the 38 at 71.50 as well. Price is moving down. Um, that's all there is to it. My stop is just nowhere. It's two ticks behind the 38 at 71.50, which is what I prefer. I pull the order because there's not a violent move down, which is what I was looking for, or at least reversion back into the larger part of the distribution. Order flow is also very poor here, just because it's the Asia session. So we fill. The sell order is filled now. It looks like market makers uh, sort of fakely push the Q down on low size, and then active participants come in and stiffen it up by sitting on the Q. And then we come back down to 70, 50. There's really not a lot of opportunity here after we filled the order. Price moved lower. That's it, right? There's no violent move back down to 69.50. It's just a slow market, and so I scratched it. I'm also not used to trading Asia session. So there's still an auction at 70, 75. I'm gonna watch the trade two more times. I get in there on backticking, which is bad. Backticking against me. Give me 20 seconds ahead of it. I really can't make heads or tails of it. I don't know what I'm looking at. Next one. But I scratched because it was slow. I partially agree with that. We've established 70 as a base. There's really not much on tape. And then when the market moves lower against me as I put in an entry, this is effectively a coin toss. So I'm gonna write both of these trades look like coin tosses. Two trades, coin toss, boredom. Even this, which looks like sound positioning, I don't see much on the inside prints. Just the establishment of 70 is a sort of ceiling, and it feels like it could go any direction. I'll watch it again. And then the 10 selling carries us lower. It is a return pullback, but I'd much rather trade the order flow. And there's really just an absence of that here. Now I'm watching for a return pullback. Low liquidity participation environment. That's what gives me the gust or the guts to punt it at a 68.50, right below low of day. Though it should probably be 67.25 is where my stop should be. And I also get out here for break even uh, because the market's just jumping back and forth. Right. And there's really not much on the inside prints, so I don't really have much of an edge here. We're pushing low of day now. I would slam market here, but yesterday I was really bent on fear of missing out, and so I just wait. I notice that we're drilling. Drilling meaning we press lower and then we sit there on the ask, on the bid ask for with 2 ticks of legroom, which is why the stop is only 2 ticks. If it reverses and I'm wrong and there's buy pressure there, then I don't want to be in the trade. But so far I'm right. There's a 33 at 67.25. If we can hold that pressure, we're gonna go lower. Nobody wants to hit the 62 at 67. Price will typically drift at around 68, a couple ticks away from a large order, and in these low liquidity environments, trying to just kind of wait for a participant to fill it. I think, which might be what's happening. So when I see that's what's happening, my initial reason for getting into the trade was this drilling was this drilling effect in the market, meaning we plunge lower and then we come back up and sit and plunge and sit. Any sort of rally in the opposite direction is incorrect relative to the trade I put on, so I skip it. These are more low of day trades. Same thing. I'm looking for the same pattern here. They fill me and price moves aggressively lower. And then I chase. We're going to watch it again. Notice how the ask sits. The bid doesn't want to carry. It doesn't want to sit lower. 10's absorbed, 67.50. There were sellers at 25 below, now there are less. We're seeing upticking there, but nothing can hit 67.75. And then the seller shows up again. The queue empties. Somebody market sells. They hit the 62. We plunge lower. We're at low of day now. I get a front seat in the queue here. There's a seller at 67.25. Buyers absorbed at 50. Buyers absorbed again. They want to trade 50. They don't want to trade 75, which tells me the market wants to move lower. 25, the queue empties finally. Seller shows up. And then we have a plunge in the opposite direction to the downside. That's a perfect trade, and it did it exactly what I wanted it to. Had it rallied 2 ticks in the opposite direction, it wouldn't be a drill, quote unquote drill. The bias of liquidity, the fact that it hit 67.50, sellers on the inside prints, didn't hit 67.75, just stayed at 50. Good. I'll watch it one more time. I'm actually gonna watch the old one first. Okay, really the best thing about this trade here. First, we're looking for order flow. 5 trades, 7. Kind of weak participation relative to the other one. They fill me. It immediately moves against me. There's just weak movement here. We come lower now. A 27 sits on the queue now on the ask. They can't hit it. It stacks. So the market maker puts more size in. Buyers don't want to trade the 27. That pressure pushes us lower between the 26 at 75 and the 60 at 67. Notice how 33 trades, 67.75. What happens after the 33 trades? It's absorbed. A buyer steps in, 67.50. That's horrible. 11 trades, 50. It gets absorbed again. It's 75 now. Should be looking for my flat key, the 0. Right? And then price sits lower now. After absorbing the 33, we can't get below it. 25 and 50. There's just low liquidity on the ask side. So just hit 0 now. Get out. That's what I do. I take a break even here. I'm Part of me here is emotionally coping. I hope I get out for a tick. Yeah. Right. So 25, the 33 absorbed. The buyer stepping in at 50 after we can't break the 62. I want to see if that offer lifts. 67. It went from 33 to 26 at 75 where my entry is. And then it completely disappeared. It pulled right before the move, and then buyers get absorbed. 50, offering lower. Bid ask sits. Seller shows up. 25. Buyer absorbed at 50. Buyer absorbed again. Selling tape dries up. Buyer still getting absorbed. They don't want 75. Value is shifting lower. They try to lift it and the queue sticks. Sellers show up again. 12. Queue pulls. Market participant pushes it lower. Liquidity dries up at 66 and 25. On the ask, a buyer steps in. We're probably going to move in the opposite direction now. I'm chasing. Okay, beautiful trade. The rest of them, pretty bad. Me sitting on my, not sitting on my hands here, just asking, what should I do? This is an area to trade, but look at the order flow. There's really nothing there. A seller shows up at 25 inside print. This is a buy. This is a short. Value shifts lower after the seller trades at 25 to 68. They reward him. Price is probably going to go down to 67 at least. Yeah, it did. And then tape speeds up. I'll watch that two more times. 11, 25. See how buyers constantly attack there and sellers don't want to follow. It just looks like they're in the process of getting absorbed. It's kind of obnoxious to watch. I don't know why. Maybe because it's unnecessary noise. 68, seller shows up again. Trades 11. They immediately reward him, market side. I'm watching the queue now. The reason I got in this trade was because of the weird queue that lightened up between 67.50 and 68 on the bid. That makes me think the buyers are strong and they're hiding size, but in reality, they just rewarded the inside print at 68.25 for selling, and then that pushes us back into the lower part of the distribution. And then we plunge violently lower. So it's really just me not knowing enough. That's me chasing a low of day break. This is the same plunge trade. That's a great stop loss. I strongly agree with it. See that? Liquidity dries up again. We're going to run in the opposite direction here. So kind of a poor entry because of that. But 65, 75. See how it's upticking. Right, that tells me I'm on the wrong side from the market side. I'm evidently fried here, most likely, just mentally. But or I'm just bad at trading. But the fact that there's no liquidity on the inside prints at 64.75. We're holding 66 now. That 47 most likely pushes price lower. If we can get liquidity at 65, then market's gonna move lower. But if not, it'll come back up to 66 and probably take it out. So the ask looks like it pulls there. I mean the bid. 10 trades, so the bid just pulls there, but there's no liquidity there. Not really. I mean, there were 20 contracts, but that's about it. Now there is. Okay, now you get short. And look how the queue moves lower, 65. Sellers are aggressively pushing price lower now. most likely spoofing the order. Oh, that was a real order. So it traded 45. Now we're rallying in the opposite direction. Liquidity looks like it's gone off of 64. So probably a bid at 64.75 with responsive upticking. And then we're back at the low, so we're gonna break lower now. If flow will show up, it should have rallied in the opposite direction. The fact that we're still down here tells me we're not done. We filled the bid at 65. 31 trades. We're going lower. I'm trying to chase here. Now look, it dries up. It's time to get long. But I don't want to mark it in. And then we immediately, suck up. We vacuum up liquidity vacuum, uh, just off of those people getting liquidated. But the move and the opportunity is gone. So if I place a trade here, it's just a form of hope because the volatility was there 5 seconds ago. The odds that we have standard market behavior is high. I missed my 5 seconds of big money there. This is just a basic return pullback. They can't hold 75. And then it looks like the Q is being spoofed. The two ticks, sell side, which is why I get in. And they aggressively hammer it in after absorbing somebody at 67.50, but this is too fast for me to trade. I get out for two ticks, which is good because we rally in the opposite direction. Uh, then I flip long here, probably because I'm bored. I really should have just watched and did nothing. Oh, the absorption 15 at 68. take another long here, really off of nothing. There's no opportunity here. Price moves lower on just noise. I get out, and rightfully so. These trades are depressing to watch, but at least admit the risk is managed properly. I'm trying to trade the weird Q on the bid now, and the weird Q on the sell side. Right, notice how nine's absorbed at 68, but it was more so the sell Q as sort of a boredom trade. They stuff it at 68.50, but then it lightens up. The two big orders are 69.25 and 69 even, which is right where my stop is. It should most likely be right behind them. I just caught in too early, and they stopped me out here. I pull the order. Yeah, there's really not a lot of stuff going on